Hello everybody and welcome to another Scum Guide. Today it's a little smaller one, but also one that's kind of tricky to get into. And also it seems like it is a lot less value than it really should be by most players because they don't know of the huge amount of locked containers inside. But here's the prison. Which, in my opinion, I don't know if there are any Walking Dead fans, but it seems to be the same layout as the one in the show, which I always found amusing. My preferred method to get in is through the southwest, to be more specific. Also, don't forget to go to scum-map.com and have the mech paths activated within the settings. It won't be in the filter, but it will be actually in the settings. So this first mech right here has a kind of a tricky path. He will go from left to right, but he will stop at 3 different points and then back out. So it can be a bit tricky. All right, perfect. Now he's on his way to the left. I like to come to this bush from the bush before because there's a lot of open areas here, so it can be even trickier to get in. And those two mechs can be like pretty well coordinated in their paths, so you gotta be extra careful. And also, since now we have the new outpost in this sector, it can be a little more populated than it used to be, this area of the map. So now you see this mech pathing all the way to the right, and I believe this time he will path all the way to the left without stopping. The next time he paths back, then he'll stop right before the gate. And then... Oh, no, it seems like he did it this time. Oh, see, it was this time around where he actually stops. Yeah, he stops right before the gate, then turns back, and then goes all the way to the left, back again. Although I'm not sure if they changed it so that he stops here before going all the way to the front. Yeah, he goes all the way to the front this time. So now I approach here. Oh, but he does stop one more time, and then he goes all the way to, and this is where it gets tricky because, as you can see, the other mech, it's looking in this direction and it will see you through the gates, so it's best not to approach when this is happening. So you may have to wait a little bit more, just chilling in this bush, as the mechs won't see you inside of it. Just make sure you are well within the bush and not like towards the outside of the bush, as they can see you in if you are on the outside. So now we'll have to wait a little bit because the mech, you know, will go through his other alternate path and stop before the gate and then come back out and go back again. So you gotta find for the moment where he is on his long path to the left, and the second mech on the inside is on the other side of the prison, so he won't be able to see you. But I believe by the time this mech makes it all the way to the left, the mech over there will be all the way over here as well, so we may have to wait a little longer. I will probably speed this up if it turns out that I have to wait a lot. But there are other ways inside the prison, but I think they're way more risky as they leave you fairly open to the mechs. Alright, so here you could technically run, since both mechs are facing that direction, but it's kind of risky because you have to go like super fast. So I'm just gonna do the safer route. once the other mech turns around, then that's when I like to jog behind this dude. Sprint a little, but don't get too close sprinting because you make a lot more noise. And then open the gate and pardon the shakes and go in here. Well, you don't have to go prone, but you can go in here. Technically you could have made it all the way across, but I always like to be safe just in case. If you're here, he should not be able to see you. Just go in first person, remember. And although sometimes they're a bit bugged, but even if he sees you, he'll never be able to shoot you. So if you want to be a little safer, you can always just stand here. I am pretty sure he won't be able to see you. In the meantime, you can hear the other mech coming, so once you hear the other mech path back, then that's when you make your way across the other gate inside of the prison. Alright, now you gotta wait again until the mech is on his path further to the right, because he could have seen you through a sliver between this thing, the frame of the door and the wall over there. So now you are free to go. And from here, I like to come over here and just either, if you like Scrooges, you can go inside of the garage over there. But if you just come for military loot, then this is the place you want to go. As you can see, there's a bunch of military loot here. Remember, I have this character with 0 awareness, so my loot will be pretty trashy. And this is also an airplane repair kit. A knife. Knives are always good. I like to put my knives always on my boots. And well, it's a lot of Scrooges and stuff in here. Not really a lot of great military loot, but then you come this way, and this building is the exact same as the building inside of the factory on B1, which I'll also do a guide in the future. I completely forgot that place existed for some reason. But what makes this place a little different, well, a lot different than that place, is this door that normally leads to a small storage area, but in this case it leads to an underground basement which contains the best loot in this entire POI, in my opinion. You find all kinds of loot and also military loot. And here can be a little maze-like, and you can easily get lost. But to the right, there's mostly a workshop kind of loot and office type of loot, like in here. So you may find medical supplies and or office supplies and clothing. Even Scrooges, aka screwdrivers. And through here is another way up into the prison, but we will go through there later. And here you will also find workshop-like items like Scrooges, aka screwdrivers, and or clothing, etc. But as previously mentioned, with my 0 awareness, my loot is rather abysmal. Some yoga leggings. And then you come here, go all the way to the left, and keep coming to the left, where you'll see this keypad thing, which I hope someday, once we have hacking, you'll have to actually hack your way through. I think that would be really cool. It'll give you an extra layer of difficulty to POIs. And here's more of the same loot, and all the way to the right where we just were. So you go across this, and you'll see designed for armory, control, and ambulance. So in there you'll have all kinds of medical loot. In here, more office loot, perhaps some weapons like pistols and stuff, but not much. And in here is where you want to be. There are about 15 lockers, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lockers. And a few containers. So most of the best loot in this POI, it's in this room right here. Which, to be honest, whenever I loot this place, I just come in here and then I get out, because the rest of the POI, it can have some okay loot, but not really. It's just more of a maze than is worth your time. So I just loot this place and get out. But to make this this guide a little longer, I will do the rest of the POI. But you may stop right here if you wish. Although getting out may be a bit tricky. You can get out through the same way you got in, or you can get out through the roof, which is a way I like to get out actually, because it's faster and although a little more dangerous because the mechs can see you much easier. But in the case of PvP servers, you may have no choice but to get out through the roof sometimes, because other players may be on the floor levels and you are trying to get out alive. Oh yes, that's right. Ooh, nice. Even a key card. Soloing kill boxes can be pretty rough unless you are a really good lock picker and a really good mine diffuser, which I'm neither, to be honest. Whenever I'm in the squad, I have 2 members of our squad that are like freaking experts at doing that, so I've never really felt the need to do so. But if you are a good lockpicker and diffuser, you can totally solo those places, so long as you know how to take care of zombies quickly and efficiently. Maybe someday I'll use their collaboration to make a quick guide on how to solo a kill box. You just need to be a really good lock picker. Even better if you have a second person with you. Alright, so you looted the armory. Now if you want some medical supplies, you just come in here. And usually you'll find stuff scattered on the floor, but with my low awareness, that happens less than normal. And I'll probably get trash like that. Oh, or needles, which I'm glad they actually reduced the size, but I wish that they would let us stack needles, because they're tiny and skinny. And if we can stack, you know, paper clips and what are they called? Safety pins, then they should totally let us stack needles. I believe that this system of, you know, inventory definitely needs some quality of life improvements. See? Just garbage. So make sure you always roll a character with at least medium awareness. I mean, it's easy to level up. I've only used this character for my guides on POIs, and I've only looted, you know, very little, and I'm already at 50%. So it's really easy to level up if you all you have to do is just loot things and drop them on the floor. And also if you have a lot of puppets in your server, you can loot each puppet, and that'll increase your awareness as well. So then this is another way up. There are actually 3 ways out from here. And here you have a workshop, which will give you possibilities of scroogies and ooh, pilot hat. And an assortment of other supplies, as well as, you know, if you want to repair your knives or swords, you can do so here with this drill presses. But yes, like if you see my awareness, I have 4960, and just grabbing one item and dropping it on the floor will increase it to 4965. It's not that much, it's only 5 points per item, but considering all the looting that you do in the game and all of the puppets that you fight, it adds up pretty quickly. Then this is another mini workshop right here. I will do a map of this place as well, just like I did for the last POI, so that it is a little less confusing, but I find this a lot less confusing than the D4 POI. Oh, this is another way out. So there's plenty of ways out of here in case you find yourself in a very heated PvP battle. And this deposits you right in one of the prison areas, where I guess I would keep the guards. I mean, yeah, not the guards, the prisoners, well, prisoner quarters. But be careful here, because mechs can see you through these windows, although no mech actually passed right here. The mech that passed the closest to this will stop right about there, which you can hear right now. Matter of fact, you could also see him by coming out here, which I would not recommend, because this will leave you exposed not only to this mech, but all the other mechs that have access to the courtyard. And also the path of this mech is really short, so keep that in mind as well. I believe there's another mech, the mech that we had to avoid at the beginning, that passed right through there. And now this mech, I believe, is pathing right there from left to right, and then it'll come back around. So if you're feeling risky, you can just come out through here and try to loot this stuff. But as I said, very risky. Although you can crouch in here and the other mech won't see you, so long as you stay behind this. Nice bulletproof vest. But I would even go as far as proning, or going prone, just to make sure that the other mech behind us doesn't see us right at this moment. And this mech will definitely not see you, so long as you stay here. But this will also give you a better understanding of this mech's path. So he stops right there and then goes back around, stops a few times. And right now the mech behind us is on his way here. And he's out, so you should have a little more freedom to move, but just wait till this mech goes all the way to the right before you try to stand up and loot with a little more freedom. Doesn't leave you too long, you have like a minute tops. So I wouldn't spend too much time here. And here you may be a little safer, although if you're gonna loot this area, be sure you close the doors behind you. Don't be a fool like me and leave them open. And then you can come in here and loot these things for a higher chance for black Scrooges. Black Scrooges, even though they will spawn pretty much anywhere where you can loot red Scrooges, they have much higher chances of spawning inside of these red toolboxes. And there's a bunch of these all across the map. But no bats. No, I keep saying bat. I say bat a lot. This is one of the places. Then another place is a quarry and factory and tons of garages across the map. I suppose I could do a guide someday of just going around the map and showing you all the locations for your best chances to get in a black screwdriver. And in here you're a little safer to at least loot this stuff, because the mech will never come this far in. He'll stop right before this bridge over there. But anyway, now I honestly don't recommend you to do the rest of the POI. It's kind of a waste. There's not really a lot that is of much interest. Although if you need water, you may be lucky enough that this is full, or at least partly full. Tons of office supplies here, as well as chances for gloves. And by gloves I mean rubber gloves. If you like to pick locks, you will definitely, or raid bases, you will definitely need those rubber gloves, so that if they have lock protection, you won't die attempting to raid their base. And then if you are hungry and have no food, you have much higher chances of finding them right in here in the kitchen. But remember that that mech will see you on his way back through this window and on the way to the left. So don't stand once he goes into that position, and then just go back to prone and continue your way around this place, which only offers office supplies, just like the one in B1 factory. The mech that passed through there will definitely see you through these windows, so be sure you are at least crouched. And if you're too close to the windows, he will actually even see you crouched. So if he's close to his path into this area, just be sure you prone if you want to be avoid their eyesight, or just to be on their line of sight. Oh, see, totally see you through this. So now exiting the POI will be a little harder, especially if you go out the way I usually like to go out, which is through the roof. Through here, actually. No, not through here. Through since I left the gates open out there, the mech just actually went inside. So if you want to be a little safer, be sure you close the gates behind you. And then I like to come through here to get out. Climb up this ladder and go to the roof, which in my opinion is one of the fastest way out, as all you have to do is wait for this mech to start pathing to the right and that mech over there to start pathing to the left, and then just pretty much sprint from here across that roof, and then hell, you don't even need to wait. You can just come here. This mech might see you if you are unlucky enough. Then you come over here, crouch, and you will not get hurt. And then run as fast as you can into a bush. for that one mech saw me, but he saw me on the roof, so he will technically not follow me here. Well, this has been a really quick guide of this place. I really don't recommend you going around this place, the other areas of this place, unless you want clothing and stuff. There is a laundromat inside, so that may give you a little more chances of getting more gloves. But trying to get in through other parts of this place is really risky, especially never get in through there, through the front of the prison, because the mechs not only path on the outside, but the ones that path on the inside can also see you through the gates, unlike most bunkers, for example, where they cannot see you through the metal fences. I mean, in here they totally can, and the ones on the outside will see you on the inside, and the ones on the inside will see you on the outside. So it's best to avoid that area at all costs. I will show you one more area where you can get in through if you feel ballsy enough, which allows you to hide on those bushes. That bush over here, and then that bush over there. Can also be tricky, because you have to make sure that if you're running like that, that both mechs are on their path out. So that mech over there on our right is on his path out, and I believe, yes, this mech over here is on his path inside. So come really fast, as fast as you can. Oh, and now I believe he won't be able to see me now that I'm hiding inside of this bush. He'll come really close though, and he'll just stare at us, and now it'll be much more difficult to actually get inside, because him being on high alert will not stop at each point that he normally does, and will continue at his normal speed. So this is a way trickier way in, but another way in if you feel like learning this place better. For example, the mech barely stops and goes around, and I believe most servers, I'm not even sure if this is a setting that can be changed within the server settings, but most mechs will turn back to white eyes after 15 minutes or half an hour. I'm not sure, I can't confirm, but waiting all that time for that to happen is kind of unrealistic if you are on a PvP server. So you may have no choice if you are set on coming through here, you know, just do it whenever you feel like you have a chance to go. And through here, you just make it inside of here, but if you run, you'll probably get spotted by the other mech. Oh, lucky us, this mech was on his way out. So just come here. Oh shit, what? We will get spotted by this mech. Oh, I guess we got lucky because we were in front of that pillar over there. But that's not what would normally happen. I've been spotted plenty of times, though I am not sure if the mech actually walked in here because of that bridge. He will definitely shoot you, so don't rely on that. Now, if we want to actually get out on foot, this mech over here, pathing back. And this is why I prefer to get out through the roof, because you have to contend with 3 mechs to get out. This mech that can come, I believe he's on his way back, as far as I can hear. And then the 2 mechs over here. So it's a bit more tricky. Alright. think I can make it in here. Oh, yes. By the hair of my neck. Is that a thing people say? Well, by a hair, I managed to cross. And now this guy's on his short path on the left. Going to the left. And then once he goes through his long path through the right, that's when you want to get up. But in my opinion, it's a lot less risky to get out through the roof. You will definitely be spotted by mechs on your way out, but you can just sprint as I showed you and just hide in a bush as soon as you can, and then just head to your car or your plane if you're brave enough to actually land it here with all these trees. Alright, so now this mech on his way there, and also this way of getting out is more risky because these bushes are way farther away, so you have to do it like at the perfect timing so that you have enough time to get here before this mech turns around. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this quick guide to the prison, which is the smallest military POI, I believe. And have a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you haven't. Have a good one. Bye!